Hello and welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Series episode 11. So I've actually been pretty busy. Yesterday I did a bunch of stuff. I built some stuff and especially I was mining some stuff to get some cool stuff back. So let's just hop right in to the recap. So I got this pickaxe right here. And so I guess I should walk through sort of how I got it. So I was at level 30, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just enchant something and see what I can get. And, well, I got efficiency 4 on that enchantment. And on the next enchantment, well, I saw on my axe that I could get efficiency 4. So I made a pickaxe, and I got efficiency 4 on that, and I combined them. And actually, the first pick also had fortune 3. And so now I have, and I added mending from my villagers, so I have an efficiency 5, fortune 3 mending pickaxe. Now, this is my first ever efficiency 5 pickaxe, so it's a pretty monumental occasion. So I decided to do a, well, I just started by doing a strip mine session down there, and so I decided to do part 2. And, well, I guess it doesn't mean very much to you guys, but I got a lot of valuables. I put cobblestone in the middle for visual effect, just if anyone was wondering. But look at that. Almost 3 stacks of redstone, a stack and 18 of coal, almost a stack of lapis. That's actually like 3 stacks of iron if you take it all out. And I've already used like 5 blocks to make a bunch of different stuff. A little bit of gold and a few diamonds along with a few emeralds because of the fortune 3 and the fact that I am living in an extreme hills biome. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And then also I updated to snapshot 20W16, and so I've been playing around with some different build styles. I got well, there's the new nether blocks, obviously, but I'm going to hold off on the nether. Oop, you might have seen it. I'm going to hold off on the nether for a little bit, just because they're adding so much new stuff that I want the world generation to be as untouched in the nether as possible, so that as soon as I go in there, I can just start messing around with everything that I have. And so, whoa. So, in this snapshot, the chain blocks were added, and the textures blend in directly to the lamps. And so I decided to hang a few of them in this chamber, and I also put a bunch of wool around it, and just kind of finish it off, made it look kind of nice. And this chain, it's really cool. You can't walk through it, but it just looks so cool. And so I decided to use that in another place too, along with another one of the new blocks that was recently added here. Let me show you real quick. That location would actually be the tower. There was the soul lanterns added recently into the game, and so I decided to pop those on with some chain blocks, see how it looked. Unfortunately, they give off a very low light level, like it's insane, so I still have to have some of this torch spam around here to make it actually light and not mob spawnable. But I think that it, just because of the blue of the warped wood and everything, it looks really cool. Don't worry, I've been keeping up with the observers, although I think that I need to add one for today. And what day is it? Okay, yeah, and yesterday. So I'll add 2 real quick. Oh. I also just wanted to show how the pumpkin farm's been working. Well, I've used already almost a stack of pumpkins trading with the villagers, so it doesn't look like that much, but I'll just show you the work that I've gotten on those dudes, and then you'll understand how many pumpkins I've truly gotten. I got this farmer all the way to master, almost based entirely on his pumpkin trade. Like, it's honestly insane how much the pumpkin trade can get you in. Like it's just insane, because I came down here with 41 pumpkins once, and I got them from apprentice all the way up to like here, and it was pretty insane. So I don't honestly like know. It's just really cool how I can get all that stuff. And then also he gives me pumpkin pie and golden carrots, so I have a very good sustainable food source now, and so that's going to be pretty useful. So basically the plan for today is I'm going to turn this floor into a bedroom, and I'm going to be using a lot of warped blocks, and then also because of the color contrast, probably going to use some dark oak. And so I'll just kind of see how this goes, and maybe this will look cool by the end of today. Unfortunately, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it's pretty good. My visions of grandeur are, of course, smashed. But, well, it's not actually that terrible. I'll probably fill this in with slabs in a second. Except that's gonna mess this up right there. So I don't really know. I think that I'm just gonna leave it as is. I tried to incorporate some different stuff, but the color palette wasn't really working, just because I couldn't really find a way to fit both of them in properly without having it clash all together. And these torches aren't powerful at all. Ugh. So I decided to put, as you can see, some torches up there and a torch back there on the wall behind, so that it would just kind of light up the area, because these things are pretty measly. They do pretty much nothing. Is that a torch? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Well. Anyway, this lantern, however, was pretty useful just because I popped it in there, and it goes with the overall aesthetic. It's kind of nice, and it actually lights the area up massively. Let me turn off F1. Oop. And as you can see, it actually does quite a bit of work, where, on the other hand, if I just place one of these down here, which I will be able to in a second, if I just placed one of these soul lanterns, like, you can't even notice the difference. Like, it could not be there, and it would be the exact same. So, for that reason, I just decided to pop a little lantern over there, and it does kind of go with the overall aesthetic, I think. So, I think that it's fine, and I put a little chest up here just in case I need to pop some items in here while I'm up, and the crafting table, because that's kind of essential. So, yeah, I think that is done. I would say next on the list today, except they don't have a list, but let's look at this. So here is an overhead view of the sort of island that I put in the middle, and I think that I kind of like it. I'll try to work that into the aesthetic, but I was thinking, if I'm going to do that island thing, do I want to have a theme where it's like I change this into sort of like a wall barrier around it to sort of go with a story of like, this is an ancient mythical place and these people discovered it or whatever? I don't really know. Is it like technologically advanced? Why is there a floating island there? So those are a lot of questions that I'm gonna either have to answer, or I'll just go with it. It might just look cool and I can not say anything. I might put some stuff to uphold it, like some support beams or whatever out there. I don't know. I'll just go wherever the build takes me. Like, this could be that I don't know yet. This could be anything really. Mamas. But yeah, and the mob farm isn't working, but yeah, I don't really know what else to do today necessarily, because I've already done kind of some stuff. Yeah, I already worked on that. I already worked on that. Yeah, just give me a second, I'll think. Well, silly me, I forgot to say, but I am going to be strip mining for a little bit here in this time lapse. At the very beginning, you can catch 3 veins of diamond, and then I eventually find one later in a cave system. But yeah, that's all that I got. A very disappointing yield. And so I don't really want to spend time to put music into this, because I'm going to have to leave in a second, and I'd rather not be able to get this video out until like 10 at night or whatever. So yeah, basically, I'm just sort of wondering what to do for this series, and if anyone has any suggestions down in the comments, I will probably follow whatever sort of suggestions you would ask. Like, say, Owen, it would be pretty cool to put a tower on the hill over there. I'd be like, wow, that's actually a pretty cool idea, because I've been thinking maybe I can put sort of an outpost style build over on the hill over there, you know? And maybe I'll be like, someone could be like, hey, why don't you just get the roof on the build? And I'm like, well, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, so if everyone wants me to get on that, I'll get on it real quick. And, you know, just sort of something that you might want to see that wouldn't be too terrible, like, oh, and find a creeper spawner. Like, at one point, I probably would have been noob enough to be like, oh, yeah, dude, let's go find a creeper spawner. No more, you can't trick me. But just, if anyone has any suggestions to what I can do in the series, I'll try to follow it best I can. I think that it's just a really good way to sort of connect with the community, because obviously coronavirus and stuff, and I know most of my subscribers, and so I think that it would be sort of a cool way to get everybody sort of active and working with something, so that I can sort of stay in touch in a way. And so, yeah, if you have any suggestions, put it down in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll probably get to work on the big house pretty soon, the roof especially, because that's what I need, and some torch spam. we're coming to the end of the time lapse, so see you in a sec. Welcome back. It's been about probably 50 minutes, and I've been mining, and I got a bunch of stuff, including the best out of all of it, 27 diamonds. That is kind of insane. But also, I got a bunch of iron, a whole lot of coal, a whole lot of redstone. Actually, it's more like just a stack and probably a bit. And then a whole lot more iron, and then a bit of coal, a bit of gold. And so, yeah, that's just kind of epic. Brings the diamond total up to 46. Dangerously close to a stack here. Oh, yeah. And I enchanted this Silk Touch pickaxe. Also, when I was enchanting this, I forgot to mention it. But it's just kind of vibing there. It's just going to stay there for if I ever need it to grab some stone or whatever. But right now, the efficiency 5, it's just so much faster. So I'm just going to use that. I'm going to go check up on some final things and then probably be out. Well, today I showed you guys around sort of the chain and lantern and stuff, designing that I've been doing. We also did the top floor, not the top floor quite, but the third floor of this build and put in the bedroom. And then also did a lot of mining today, and that got quite a few rewards. So thank you for tuning in to episode 11 of the Minecraft Survival Series. I hope that you enjoyed. Drop a like, I guess, if you like this series. And like and subscribe. Fantasy Mashup out. Say bye, Charles.